2025 is not just another year on the calendar, it's your wake-up call, it's your turning point, it's the year you stop making excuses and start making moves, because you owe it to yourself, not to your boss, not to your parents, not to your friends. You owe it to you. Look in the mirror, that reflection, that's your only real competition. That's the person you battle every day in silence, in struggle, in doubt, and yet, that's the same person who can build an unshakable life. But it starts with a choice, not tomorrow, not next month, now. You owe it to yourself to stop surviving and start thriving. You've spent years waiting for the right time, the perfect moment, the green light. Let this be the year you understand there is no perfect moment. There is only your decision to rise. No one's coming to rescue you. No one's going to hand you a dream. You have to want it enough to fight for it. In 2025, rewrite your story, take the pain and turn it into power, take the setbacks and turn them into comebacks, take the fear and let it fuel your discipline. This is not about being fearless, it's about being courageous despite the fear. Because when you were born, you were given something priceless. Your time, your voice, your will. Don't let the world steal that from you. Don't let failure define you. Don't let other people's opinions write your future. You get one life, one, so what are you going to do with it? You owe it to yourself to chase the vision, not comfort, to stay hungry even when you're tired, to do the work no one sees so that later you can live a life others only dream of. And don't do it to prove them wrong, do it to prove yourself right. The greatest shift in a person's life begins when they finally realize that no one else is responsible for their future. It's easy to point fingers, to blame circumstances, to wish someone would come and rescue us from our struggles. But the truth is simple and sometimes hard to swallow. The life you want will only be built when you decide to take full ownership of it. Every excuse, every delay, every moment you let pass while waiting for something outside yourself to change is time lost. The world owes you nothing, but you owe yourself everything. You owe yourself the discipline to show up, even when it's hard. You owe yourself the courage to chase your dream, even when fear makes your legs shake. You owe yourself the respect to not settle for less than you deserve, because when you take ownership of your life, you gain the power to change it. No one else will wake up at 5 a.m. for your goals. No one else will write that book, start that business, or lose that weight for you. That is your job, and the moment you stop looking outside for permission, support, or approval is the moment you start to evolve. Taking responsibility is not about blaming yourself for everything that has gone wrong. It's about recognizing that you hold the power to make things right. It's not about guilt, it's about freedom. Because when you accept that it's all on you, then suddenly nothing is off limits. You don't wait for doors to open, you build your own. There's a deep sense of strength that comes from owning your actions, your mindset, and your energy. You stop giving power to what others say, do, or expect. You stop letting your past define you. You realize that your future is crafted in the decisions you make today, the effort you give, the limits you push, the standards you set. This shift transforms how you move through the world. You stop playing small. You stop shrinking to fit into places that no longer match your vision. You learn to walk away from anything that steals your energy or distracts you from your purpose. This isn't just about motivation, it's about maturity. It's the difference between living life on repeat and living it on fire, between wandering aimlessly and walking intentionally, between existing and evolving. Responsibility means showing up for yourself even when no one else claps for you. It means choosing growth over comfort, effort over ease, and purpose over distraction. And once you step into that mindset where you fully own your goals, your path, and your transformation, nothing and no one can stop you, because you've stopped waiting and you've started becoming. In every journey toward greatness, there comes a moment where you must choose between continuing to make excuses or committing to the actions that move your life forward. Excuses feel safe, they comfort you. They allow you to justify inaction and wrap your fears in logic. but every excuse you make is a brick in the wall that blocks your progress. You say you're too tired, too busy, not ready, not lucky, not talented enough, but the truth is, you're scared. Scared to fail, scared to be seen trying, scared to face the discomfort that real change demands. Yet nothing meaningful happens without discomfort. Growth isn't born in ease. It's born in the grind, in the early mornings, the late nights, the silent work when no one's watching and no one's cheering. Waiting for the perfect time is a dangerous illusion. It keeps your dreams on hold and your potential in a cage. The perfect moment will never arrive. Conditions will never be ideal. Life will always be chaotic, unpredictable, and unfair. But within that storm, you still have a choice to act or to stay stuck. Action is the only remedy. Action forces momentum. One step forward creates energy for the next. You don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step. And when you do, something shifts inside you. Confidence is built through doing. Not thinking, not wishing, doing. The world is filled with people who had talent but never took action, who had dreams but buried them under years of delay and distraction. Don't become one of them. Don't become someone who looks back 5 years from now and wonders what might have happened if you had just started. Choose effort over excuses every single day, because while excuses make you feel good now, they will betray you later. They will leave you with regret, with missed chances, with time you can never get back. The path of action isn't easy. It demands consistency, discipline, and the ability to show up when you feel like quitting. But that's where your future is built. In the hard, thankless, uncomfortable moments, that's where you earn your strength, not by waiting, but by doing the work no one else is willing to do. Small daily efforts compound into massive results over time. Every rep, every word, every meeting, every quiet hour you put in, it's all building something real, something lasting, and the beauty of action is that it transforms not just your results, but your identity. When you act, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You build trust in yourself. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who creates, someone who leads their own life rather than being led by fear or circumstances. That's the power of action. It becomes your proof, so stop waiting, stop rationalizing, stop talking about what you want, start showing it through what you do. The only thing standing between you and the life you imagine is the action you're avoiding. Choose to move, choose to become. Every struggle, every moment of heartbreak, every time life knocked you down was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to build you. Pain is one of life's greatest teachers, even though it rarely feels that way when you're in the middle of it. In the moment, it hurts, it breaks you open, but it also reveals what you're made of. Pain forces you to confront your limits and choose whether you will stay broken or rise stronger. And in that decision lies your transformation. The most powerful people in this world are not those who have never been hurt. They are the ones who took their hurt and turned it into fuel. They didn't let the pain define them. They used it to refine themselves. There is something sacred about the resilience born from suffering. When you've walked through fire and survived, you begin to see the world and yourself differently. You stop fearing failure because you've already tasted it. You stop needing approval because you've learned to stand on your own. Pain teaches you that comfort is temporary and growth is earned. It's in the lowest valleys of your life that you discover your deepest strength. You learn how to keep moving when everything in you wants to give up. You learn how to breathe through the storm, how to show up with trembling hands, how to speak even when your voice shakes. And each time you do, you become a little less fragile, a little more powerful. Life has a way of breaking us in places where we need to be rebuilt, and often the hardest moments give birth to the most meaningful growth. The rejection that crushed your spirit might be the reason you found your true path. The loss that shattered your heart may have created space for something greater. The disappointment that made you question everything might have been the exact push you needed to finally choose yourself. When you choose to see pain as a lesson rather than a sentence, you unlock its potential to transform your life. You can't escape pain, but you can decide what to do with it. You can let it harden you, or you can let it shape you. You can let it paralyze you, or you can let it empower you. The choice is always yours. Pain is not weakness. It is strength waiting to be revealed. Every scar tells a story, and those stories are the foundation of your resilience. You become unshakable not because you've never fallen, but because you've risen again and again. And the beautiful truth is that once you've survived enough, once you've built your life on the ashes of what tried to break you, there's nothing left to fear. You stop hiding your pain and start honoring your power, because you know now, it didn't destroy you, it made you, it didn't end you, it shaped you, and from that pain you built something indestructible, a stronger, wiser, more relentless version of yourself. Your life is your story, and you are the only one who gets to write it. The past may have been written by circumstances you didn't choose, by people who misunderstood you, or by moments that left you feeling powerless, but what comes next is entirely up to you. The future isn't a matter of luck or fate. It is shaped by your choices, your beliefs, your actions. You are not stuck with the story you've been told. You have the power to create a new chapter, to rewrite the narrative, to reclaim your voice. Every day you wake up, you are holding the pen. The question is, what are you going to write? Too many people live their lives as if they're side characters in someone else's story, waiting for permission, waiting for validation, waiting for direction. But greatness doesn't wait, it moves, it creates, it claims. You are not here to live someone else's dream. You're here to find your own, and that begins the moment you stop letting the noise around you drown out the voice within you. That voice is your compass. It knows when something isn't right. It knows when you're playing small. It knows when it's time to rise. Trust it. You don't need approval to start becoming the person you were meant to be. You don't need permission to step into your strength, your calling, your life. You simply need the courage to stop repeating the same story and start writing a new one. The moment you realize that you are in control is the moment your entire world begins to shift. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens one page, one decision, one bold step at a time. The beauty of this truth is that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to take ownership of your story. That means refusing to let your past mistakes define your worth. That means letting go of what no longer serves you. That means choosing growth even when it's uncomfortable, because the life you're capable of living is so much greater than the one you're settling for. You were never meant to follow a script someone else wrote. You were meant to live boldly, love deeply, and move with purpose, but it won't happen if you keep giving away the pen. Take it back, own your story. Write the kind of life that makes you proud, one filled with passion, grit, and authenticity, one that inspires others not because it's perfect, but because it's real. The most powerful transformation begins when you realize you're not waiting for a new chapter. You are the chapter. You are the plot twist. You are the breakthrough moment. So step up, make the change, rewrite your future. Because the life you want is still waiting to be written, and the author has always been you. The core message of this speech is a powerful reminder that everything you seek in life, growth, fulfillment, success, peace, begins with you. In a world full of distractions, setbacks, and voices that try to tell you who you should be, this is a call to return to yourself and take full responsibility for your path. No more excuses, no more waiting for the right time or someone else's approval. You owe it to yourself to rise, to act, to heal, and to become the person you were always capable of being. Your pain has power, your voice matters, and your story is still being written by you. Let 2025 be the year you stop existing and start living, the year you stop reacting and start creating. Because in the end, the life you live will be the result of the choices you make today, and the most important choice of all is to finally choose you.